What's up YouTube, Dave from Zephyr Wargames, bringing you an Altergeist deck profile. Now, Altergeist have been officially released in Circuit Break, so as usual, we're going to be bringing you a deck profile for them. We did do a proxy deck profile. This is an updated version with the official cards. So, without further ado, we start off with triple Altergeist Marionette. When this card is normal summoned, you can set one Altergeist trap directly from your deck to your spell and trap card zone. You can target one Altergeist card you control and one Altergeist monster in your graveyard, send that card on the field to the graveyard, and if you do, special summon that other monster from your graveyard. You can only use this effect of Altergeist Marionette once per turn, so she is your reviver, your setter, your searcher, pretty much everything you need in one card. We then play triple Altergeist, get the name right, Meluseek. I call it Mr. Meekseeks. This card can attack directly. When this card inflicts battle damage to your opponent, you can target one card your opponent controls, send it to the graveyard. So if it can be targeted but it can't be destroyed, you're sending it to the graveyard, which is awesome. If this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, you can add one Altergeist monster from your deck to your hand, except itself. You can only use the effect once per turn. We then play triple Altergeist Silicritus. I believe I've done that right. Quick effect, you can return one other Altergeist card you control to the hand, then target one card your opponent controls, return it to the hand. If this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, you can target one Altergeist trap in your graveyard, add that card to your hand. You can only use each effect once per turn, so he is your one card bouncer, which is really, really cool. And then we play triple Altergeist Kunquiri. Now, I'm not 100% set on this at 3 yet, because obviously it's a level 5, it's the only one we can't normal summon out. So it might get a bit cloggy, but it is a nice little hand trap. When an opponent's monster declares an attack, if you control an Altergeist card, you can special summon this card from your hand, and if you do, negate their attack. If this card is special summoned, you can target one face-up card your opponent controls, negate the effects of that card while it and this monster are face-up on the field. So it's a nice little negator, but like I said, the worry is it's a level 5. We then play the Windwitch engine. Because we don't fully rely on the extra deck as much, like wanting to flood the board with extra deck monsters, the Windwitch engine is really, really helpful, and we play 2 lots of it for the pure fact that an indestructible Crisp-Wing is amazing, but then to be able to resolve the effects of Windwitches twice is always something that some people don't expect, because it is usually just the one engine, and there is space in this deck. Plus, the Windwitches themselves serve double purpose, because obviously, not to mention as an additional tuner, they also count as their spellcasters for discard fodder for stuff like Spellbook of Knowledge, and kind of play it that way. Also, if you wanted to, you could put in stuff like, I believe it's Gozum Match, or Rivalry of the Warlords. The one that only lets you have one type on the field, because we are playing all spellcasters. But what you've got to remember, or the reason I haven't done stuff like that, is because Pendulum Magicians are a thing, and they're all spellcasters anyway, so it's not really hurting them too much. Next up, we play like a hand trap kind of combo. So we've got the 2 Ash Blossom, the 2 Ghost Ogres, and then we play the 1 Maxi. And then finishing off our monsters, we play the 1 Spellbook Magician of Prophecy, because like I said, we're playing the Spellbook engine. This is your card into that if you absolutely need it, but again, it is also discard fodder for the spellbooks themselves. So, now on to the spells. We play triple Pot of Duality. We don't special summon a huge amount during our turn, apart from the Windwitch engine. Now, obviously, if you open up into the Windwitch engine, you're not going to activate Pot of Duality. If you Pot of Duality into the Windwitch engine, you're either going to take it and be set up for your next turn, or you're going to leave it in the deck and kind of move around and choose something else. It's not a staple at 3. You can easily drop this down to 2 if you want, or you can take it out completely. It's entirely up to you. If you do take out the Windwitch engine, then obviously you take this out. But the way I see the Windwitch engine is, my opponent's going to be bringing in Kaijus. I know my opponent's bringing in Kaijus, so either I go in second, or when I'm the next game, I'm either going to be siding out the Windwitch engine and putting in a different engine in, so my opponent doesn't really, the Kaijus aren't as effective, or I'm going to make sure I put Kaijus in myself so that they can't Kaiju my Crystal Wing. We then play triple Spellbook of Secrets and double Spellbook of Knowledge. Because they're all spellcasters, to be totally honest, you could take out a Pot of Duality and put in a Knowledge, but again, that's going to cost you a little bit more money, but it could be more helpful than the Pot of Dualities. So that is an option for you guys to consider. The 1 Raigeki can easily be a dark card if you want, and then the 1 for 1, because we do have targets for it, and then obviously, like you saw, suddenly Altergeist Revive from Graveyard. Traps, we play triple Altergeist Protocol. This is one of the most important cards in the deck. It's so strong and so good. The activation and effects of Altergeist cards activated on your field cannot be negated. When your opponent activates a monster effect, you can send one other face-up Altergeist card you control to the graveyard, negate the activation, and if you do, destroy it. You You can only use this effect of Altergeist Protocol once per turn. So it's a very, very nice protector and negator. We then play double Personal Spoofing. Now the issue is it's not an actual Altergeist card, it's not titled Altergeist card, so you can't use it, you can't get all the searches off with the other cards. But once per turn you can shuffle one other Altergeist card from your hand or face up from your field into the main deck and add one Altergeist monster from your deck to your hand. So what's really, really good about that is because it's an Altergeist card, if you have multiples of these, you can shuffle one back and add an actual monster that you need. And then we finish off with TT. It can either be a Solemn Warning, it could be a Strike, and be entirely whatever you want. I just like TT at the moment because it catches my opponent off. Again, with the Windwitch engine in the deck, you don't obviously want to take out your own Crystal Wing. So what you've got to do is if you fear a Kaiju with the Crystal Wing, if it's gone a couple of turns, then you can use it as link fodder, make sure you get the most out of it. But TT is just an option there. Warning and strikes and stuff like that is always going to be a main deck out. Now onto the link monsters. We play double Altergeist Prime Banshee. So this requires two or more Altergeist monsters, so 3, because at this moment in time we don't have a link to Altergeist card. During the main phase, quick effect, you contribute one other Altergeist monster, special summon one Altergeist monster from your deck to a zone this card points to. If this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, you can target one Altergeist card in your graveyard and add it to your hand. You can only use each effect of Altergeist once per turn. Now obviously with this Altergeist we've got right, and bottom. So ideally if you put this in your left side scale or your right side scale, but if you put it in your left side scale or you do it below, you're going to get your push-offs from that as well. Next up we play 2 Aquatic Magicians. I love this card, artwork and everything. So 2 monsters with the same type except tokens, so obviously they're all their types are exactly the same, they're all spellcasters, so not an issue there. You can only link summon Altergeist Magician once per turn. If this card is link summoned, return all monsters this card points to the hand. Once per turn you can declare one card name, excavate the card from the top of your deck, except equal to the total link. Got to bring it close to my eyes. Once per turn you can declare one card name, excavate cards from the top of your deck equal to the total link rating of the link monsters code linked to this card. Then if you excavate any copies of the declared card, add it to your hand, also send the remaining cards to the graveyard. So it's a bit of a mill card. We then play the 1 Proxy Dragon, the 1 Decode Talker, the 1 Ningirsu the World Chalice Warrior, because we do play so many links it's easy to get out, the 1 Firewall and the 1 Borrowload Dragon, incredibly powerful. We then play the 1 Coral Dragon. Now this is in here because if we do normal summon our hand traps, not that you always will, but sometimes you can do, we've got quite a lot of level 3s in our deck, so you can make this one quite easily, and then he can be your step up into a Crystal Wing if you don't have the Windwitch engine, or if you take the Windwitch engine out and, you know, you've got ways around it. We play the 1 Winter Witch, the 1 Clear Wing. These are obviously your step ups into your Crystal Wing and our Stardust that we play. So that is part of your Windwitch engine. And then we finish it off with the 1 Phantom Knights of Breaksword, because like I said, the majority, our highest represented level in the deck is level 3. So Breaksword can actually be that out that you might need sometimes, and can help you out massively within the game. So definitely give it a go in this one. Other than that, the extra deck is kind of open to you guys. You can pretty much put whatever you feel you want in there and kind of work it around that way. It's entirely open. It is just a fun deck at this moment in time. Hopefully we'll get a bit more support. You've got to love the fact that they're all different attributes but the same type, which is really, really cool as well. But yeah, I hope this helps. I hope this gives you an idea, somewhere to start, or if you like it that much, by all means, build it yourself, give it a go, test it out, let us know where you go. We are going to be working on these constantly throughout the time. Obviously, Joe will be looking into Altergeist as well, seeing what works well with them, what doesn't work well with them, and constantly updating and altering. So, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, and until next time, guys, as always, happy dueling. If you like that video, why not check out our other videos available? We've got more deck profiles, pack openings, and of course duels. And don't forget to click on the most important button of all, that subscribe button, right in the bottom left hand corner.